How's it going, Vandals? I'm Johnny Alpha, and I'd like to welcome you back to Graphic Vandalism. And I'm back with a new video, the AfterShock Experience. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 books from AfterShock Comics that have just really impressed me. AfterShock Comics is a label that seems to have just come out of nowhere, and it's really just taken my life by storm. And right off the bat, it really did seem like they had some of my favorite names in comics making books for them, and these guys were making comics that looked magnificent. So, here are 5 of the ones I really dig and think really help show the variety of styles of books that Aftershock publishes. And with that, Vandals, let's just get right into it. First up, we have American Monster, written by Brian Azzarello with art by Juan Doe. An American Monster is Azzarello doing what he does best, and that is taking crime drama to its deepest, darkest depths and into the heartland. And the story for this one is all about a small town with dark secrets and a darker underworld. And after a strange, disfigured burnt man comes to town, things get hectic fast and everything just becomes a powder keg waiting for a match. And oh my gosh, does this book have some twisted and disturbing characters like the Seesaw Man. So yeah, this book is dark as hell, but I love it. And next up, we have Cold War, written by the exceptional Christopher Sabella with fun and moving art by Hayden Sherman. And Cold War is a sci-fi futuristic war story, more brutal and imaginative than any I've ever read before. And the story for Cold War is the story of a group of people in the distant future who are awoken from cryosleep only to find out they weren't getting the utopia they paid for and instead were being drafted into an endless war. And I just have to say, there are just such fun, downright epic twists in this book, and it really has a full cast of pretty warped and troubled main leads, so there's a lot to love here. All I can tell you is that any book that pulls the rug out from under my feet in the first half of the first issue gets my respect. End of story. All right then. And now, let's hop on over to Backways, written by my main man, Justin Jordan, with wonderful and fantastical art by Eleonora Carlin. And Backways is a mad fun explosion of action horror with a ton of fantasy thrown in there as well. And the story's all about one young woman's journey through the magical back alleys of our world, trying to find her missing friend. And her trek is packed full of powerful magical enemies and crazy monsters, but she also has a friend on her side, the wild and fun Coyote Bones, who in my opinion steals the show in this comic. But I also love Jordan's writing of the main character. She just learns so fast and she's a force to be reckoned with, and she's an all around stellar main lead. And now, let's check out Brilliant Trash, written by the brothers Tim and Steve Seeley, with fast, fluid, and action packed art by Priscilla Petrales. And let me just start off by saying, Brilliant Trash is indeed brilliant. It's a fun new take on the superpowers idea, set in a hyper exaggerated version of the social networking geopolitical world of today. And the story for this one's all about a malcontent web reporter who accidentally lands the story of the century as we see a jaded journalist remember why the truth matters so very much. Oh, and we also get some epic action and killer superhero fights. I really can't recommend this book highly enough. All right, last but surely not least, we have Shipwreck, written by the one and only Warren Ellis, with wonderful and horrific art by the simply magnificent Philip Hester. And oh my gosh, Vandals, did this team up of true comic gods give us something special! The best way I can describe Shipwreck is imagine the old 60s UK show The Prisoner, mixed with Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy, as this book blends sci-fi with surreal horror beautifully. And the story for Shipwreck is the story of Dr. Shipwright, an interdimensional traveler trying to find out what went wrong with his mission and what kind of warp version of Earth he is stuck on. While on this journey, we are treated to many disturbing and truly creepy encounters with the locals of this world. And I think it's just rad how this book's creative team has just done a stellar job of making a book about a man in a wide open space feel so utterly claustrophobic. I'm going to leave off with this. Shipwreck is 2 creators at the top of their game, making something truly singular. And there you have it, Vandals, my Aftershock experience so far. And with new amazing looking series coming out every month for Aftershock, I get the feeling this experience is going to be a long one. Tell me what your favorite Aftershock book is in the comments, and I'll check it out, and maybe I'll put it in a follow-up to this video. But for now, until next time, this is Johnny Alpha from Graphic Vandalism saying don't stop reading.